The United Nations says more than 180 people have died and over 1,800 injured, mostly civilians, amid intense fighting between rival military factions. The Sudanese armed forces under General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and the Rapid Support Forces under General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, as a dire situation emerges.
Sudan has endured so much pain and suffering. The fighting is born out of power games and personal interests that only serve to alienate the democratic aspirations of the population, said the High Commissioner, wondering, do those responsible not understand that the civilian population now only craves a peaceful life? Thousands upon thousands of civilians are trapped in their homes, shielding from the fighting, with no electricity and unable to venture out, worried about running out of food, drinking water and medicine.
High-stakes diplomacy has been the name of the game since fighting erupted Saturday. From the UN, AU, EU, the Arab League and sub-regional body IGAD that appointed the presidents of South Sudan, Kenya and Djibouti to help broker a ceasefire.
Quote the High Commissioner again, he said, only a few weeks ago, Sudan appeared to be on the right path towards an agreement that would restore civilian rule. Common sense must prevail, and all parties must act to de-escalate tensions. The shared interest of the Sudanese people must come first. He said that he was appalled by reports of attempted rape and called for prompt, thorough, independent investigations into the killings of civilians, including 3 WFP staff, along with other human rights violations, and to hold those responsible to account.
16 million Sudanese, or 1/3 of the country, depend on humanitarian aid, while attacks and looting of UN and humanitarian facilities have further complicated efforts, including the near collapse of the health system.
It's extremely difficult, if not impossible, for humanitarian agencies to deliver aid in Darfur and in other places. Of course, the airports are closed. No one can get in, can get out. Supplies cannot get in. WFP has declared a temporary suspension of humanitarian delivery in Darfur, but by all means and purposes, all development and humanitarian action by the UN are for the time being not operational. We cannot deliver when our staff is attacked, is thrown out of their offices, when their offices are destroyed.
Diplomatic pressure, including from Washington's top diplomat Antony Blinken, who spoke with both generals, appears to have led to the reported one-day pause in fighting. It's worth noting that a 3-hour humanitarian pause negotiated by the UN on Sunday was not fully observed, while the organisation says it remains largely blind to developments on the ground as their 4,000 staff in country have been ordered to shelter in place due to widespread insecurity. Sherwin Briceby's SABC News, New York.